Hello and welcome to Behind the Chords. I'm Jamie Ryan. This is the podcast for members of Spirit of the Gulf, so we can get to learn about each other. I have with me the newly returned to chorus, Angelique.
Hi.
Hello, Angelique. Is it actually Beau-Wells?
That's my maiden name. So
Okay.
my married name is Kayser.
Okay. Because this is going to show up on your entire interview as Angelique Beau-Wells.
That's okay. Most of them know me as that anyway. So it's
okay. Tell us about your return to chorus.
Yeah. So I left for a little bit because work was crazy. And I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit later. But also, my mom was having some health issues. And so I wanted to take a little bit of time away to focus on her, let work settle down. But every week I'm just like, I wonder how my spirit girls are doing. And so as soon as work was settled down and my mom's feeling better, I'm like, yes, it's time for me to come back. So I've been
so
very
glad.
excited.
Yeah. And you're singing lead now.
I am singing lead now. It is an experience.
Okay, because I don't know this. How long have you been a Sweet Adeline? Because you were there when I came into the chorus.
Oh boy, I've been a Sweet Adeline since I think 2011. So I was 22 when I started. I was a baby.
How'd you find it?
Oh, I love this story. Okay, so back in the day, Rhonda Watkins posted an ad for Sweet Adelines on Craigslist. And I had been looking to actually audition for a rock band. That was my plan. I wanted to get a gig as a front lead singer for a rock band. And I was like, sure, I'll give it a shot. This isn't exactly what I was looking for, but I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And we were still practicing off in Treeline Elementary. We were still practicing over there at the time. So I drove up to this school and I walk in and there's just 120 old white women. And I love my spirit ladies, but at first it was this is a little overwhelming. But then they started singing and I was like, this is great. I love this. This is awesome. So I came in and I auditioned and I didn't know anything about barbershop. So they're like, just sing a random song. And I think I sang America the Beautiful, but I picked a key that was way too high. And I managed it. I sang it. And it was Barb Quinn who did my voice placing. And she looked at me after I finished the song and she's like, yep, you're definitely going to be a tenor. And my only experience was with choral music, right? So I'm like, tenor, how high do I have to sing to hit soprano? Because I'm used to singing soprano. What am I getting myself into? Not knowing, right?
Yeah. What did you sing outside? What did you sing before you found Sweet Adelines?
Before I found Sweet Adelines, I'd done a lot of church choir stuff. And then in high school, I'd actually gotten the role of Eveline in The Wiz, which is wildly out of my range. So low. In college, I did a cappella with my music service sorority, Tau Beta Sigma, because I was in marching band, and I also did women's chorale. Yeah.
What'd you play in marching band?
I played mellophone, so marching French horn. And so I would do that for fun, and I really enjoyed singing in a cappella. And we would do a bunch of pop songs, a friend of mine would arrange them and we would sing them at our sorority events and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's what I did before. So I had music theory classes and that sort of stuff. So I was familiar with not familiar with barbershop, but I was familiar with arranging and composing and that sort of stuff. And so when I got into Sweet Adelines, I was really excited because that was the kind of music that I'd been missing.
So what did you go to school for?
I originally went to school for biology because I had one good biology class. And so I ended up going to University of Florida, immediately switched to English. And I also minored in theater scene design. Great.
All right. Now that segues me into, you said you needed work to settle down. What were you doing for work that was crazy?
Sure. I work at legal tech company. So basically, what we do is we work with law firms all over the country. They give us their demands, so they give us their plaintiff's cases, and we have a closed AI system that we kind of feed their stuff to. It spits out like the first narrative, the first draft of the demand, and then what we do is, we clean it up. We have a human in the loop who's a personal injury expert, and we craft that demand for them and ship them back. So I work in the enablement side, which means I train people how to do that. And so when I left Chorus last year, I was teaching people, like, I had 2-hour classes every day that I trained people. So I was like talking for 2 to 6 hours every day and then doing the rest of my job afterwards. And so chorus was like the only day where I actually ended work at 5 so I could make it to chorus. But now I've moved into a position that's more information architecture. So like I'm creating the knowledge base that people refer to when they are drafting these demands. It's been a very strange road to get here. I worked as like a fraud investigator before. Yeah, it was, people put anything on social media. Do not put anything on social media. If you are hurt and injured in an accident, turn your Facebook to private and stop posting. But I worked as a fraud investigator. I've worked in retail for a long time. And I've also worked as like an editor and writing coach for people who are trying to get their doctoral dissertations. Wow. So yeah, so that was like really cool. I still have a couple clients that I help out with, but it's definitely much less than it used to be my full-time job. So.
And are you recently married?
No, I've been married for 10 years. I celebrated my 10-year anniversary November 21st last year. So thank you. Me and my hubby went to London to celebrate our 10-year anniversary.
Amazing. Before I hit you with your rapid fire questions, do you have anything you want to say to or about the chorus?
Spirit of the Gulf is my first chorus, and I've performed with other choruses, but there's nothing like Spirit. Everyone just kind of opens up their arms to each other, and if you really need something, there's somebody there for you. So I've really enjoyed my time with Spirit, and I hope that I'll have many more years with them.
Yeah, us too. That's awesome. I'll just speak for the chorus. I have any authority to do that.
We all have the authority to speak as the chorus.
All right, I'm going to hit you with the rapid fires. I have 6 different cards that are numbered 1 through 6. I know, crazy. And each of them has 10 questions on it. You get to pick any.
Let's do 3.
All right. All right, number 3. I had to put my glasses on. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite comfort TV show or movie?
Ooh, Schitt's Creek.
Number 2, what master class could you teach?
Ooh, how to use Microsoft Excel. I love spreadsheets. I'm a spreadsheet girly.
That's an amazing skill.
Yeah.
Maybe you should teach that master class.
I tried, and Gina was like, I understood some of these words. So
these are words. I'll make sense of them later.
Yes.
Number 3, what one word would friends use to describe you?
Joyful.
Beautiful. Number 4, what is your favorite non-Spirit of the Gulf chorus?
Ooh, great question. I love Gold Coast. I want them to come back. It was great. I enjoyed my time with them too. I love Benny. She was directing when I was with Gold Coast, and R.I.P. Miss Iris Cockcroft. Her ear was incredible, even at 90 something years old. She was just straight on, and I love her so much. I miss her so much. So definitely Gold Coast.
Number 5, what's your latest obsession?
Ooh, I have been reading this romance fantasy called Assistant to the Villain. It is kind of like The Office meets The Princess Bride vibes, and also the Olympics. I'm a little bit obsessed with men's figure skating right now. So
Number 6, do you still use a paper calendar?
I do not use a paper calendar, but I use a paper planner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 7, cats or dogs?
Cats.
Number 8, do you talk to yourself out loud?
Absolutely. 100% of the time. It drives my husband crazy. I also sing to myself at the drop of a hat. Mm-hmm.
And there is where we are kindred spirits.
Yes. Yes. Life can be a Disney musical if you really want it to.
Amen. Number 9, what is your most used emoji?
Ooh, definitely. I call it lol sob. It's like half crying, half laughing. Yes. So, especially at work, that one gets a lot of use.
And number 10, what is the weirdest thing in your refrigerator?
Ooh, the weirdest thing in my refrigerator right now is probably nutritional yeast.
All right. And before I let you go, is there anything else that you want to say? Like anything you thought of beforehand that you thought, oh, I should mention this or anything like that?
My books. People ask me like, oh, you should talk about your books more. I write fantasy romance novels with a friend of mine from college. We are getting ready to publish book 5 in the series. There's also one novella out there, which is monster romance. But yeah, it's you can find us at Allen Set Books, and I'll type that in the chat too, so you can put it on there. But yeah, we played D&D, we played Dungeons and Dragons together, and after our campaign came to an end, she was like, wait, but I still want to know about these characters, and so we just started writing together after the campaign ended, and we've been publishing together since 2023.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that that's an aside to you, Angelique. You're like, oh, and by the way.
I know. My husband's like, how do you do all of this? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't sleep very well.
You know, honestly, busy people get the most stuff done.
Yes, I agree. 100%. 100%.
I think I have asked you all of the things that I planned to ask. I appreciate so much that you took the time to talk to me.
It's my pleasure.
And I can say, joyfully, I can say, we'll see you at rehearsal.
Yes, I'll see you next Tuesday.
Thanks, Angelique.
Okay. Bye.